It's that time of year again. The overreaction season. The part of the NBA postseason where two games feel like 2 decades. And suddenly, everyone's a psychic. It's human nature. Watch a couple of playoff games, and suddenly, we think we've cracked the whole bracket. But hey, that's what makes it fun, right? Luka Doncic dropped 37 in his purple and gold debut, while the Lakers bench combined for just 13 points. Steph Curry, a smooth 31 on 63% shooting, proving age is just a number. The Thunder, blowing out Memphis by 51 with Shea barely lifting a finger. And the Bucks' Kuzma experiment, already looking like a bust. Then there's Clippers versus Nuggets, overtime, drama, and MVP mode Jokic. This isn't just playoff basketball, it's a full-blown league reset. Dynasties are crumbling, young squads are rising, and the pressure is intense. Who's built to handle it, and who's about to get exposed? Let's discuss what's been all over everyone's timeline, starting with the Lakers. And no, that's not a good thing. Game 1, Luka Doncic makes his purple and gold playoff debut and drops 37 points like it's just another Tuesday. His bag was wide open. Step backs, cross-court lasers, mid-air adjustments, you name it. It wasn't just the scoring either. His control of the game was straight up surgical. The problem? The Lakers' supporting cast might as well have stayed in street clothes. Gabe Vincent, 25 minutes, 3 points. Outside of Doncic, LeBron, Reeves, and the occasional Rui Hachimura cameo, there's barely a pulse offensively. That's 3.5 reliable scoring options in the middle of the most cutthroat postseason ever. Even if they make a smart adjustment in Game 2, say starting Dorian Finney-Smith at center and switching everything, that doesn't solve the depth problem. That's the kind of thing that doesn't just lose games, it ends seasons. The Lakers aren't just facing the Timberwolves, they're racing against time. LeBron's 39, this isn't 2020 anymore. Younger teams are coming in strong with fresh legs and a tougher mentality. They'll need more than just big names and good energy to make it through this bracket. Now let's look at a team that seems to be reversing time. Golden State, and the name you already know, Stephen freaking Curry. Let's not overcomplicate this. Sometimes the playoff math is easy. If Steph Curry is on your team, you've got a chance. Heading into the Warriors-Rockets series, all the talk was about how Houston matched up perfectly. The takes were flying. Amen Thompson's size will bother him. Fred VanVleet knows how to guard Steph. Houston's got the bodies. Cool story. Steph, 31 points, 12 for 19 shooting. No sweat. Stephen Curry is still performing at an elite level. In the 2024-25 NBA regular season, he averaged 24.5 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 6.0 assists per game, shooting 44.8% from the field. These stats rank him among the top players in the league. Despite his age, Curry continues to excel. In the postseason, he has elevated his game, averaging 31.0 points per game, placing him among the top scorers. His ability to read the game remains exceptional. He doesn't just react, he analyzes and adapts. Even when defenses intensify, Curry maintains his composure, relying on his experience and basketball IQ to make decisive plays. With Jimmy Butler joining the Warriors, providing additional scoring and defensive prowess, the team has become even more formidable. Their collective mental toughness and championship experience make them a significant threat in the playoffs. This combination of skill, experience, and strategic depth is what makes the current playoff season so exciting and unpredictable. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel. And coming up next, we've got the exciting story of OKC. Stay tuned. The Oklahoma City Thunder just announced themselves with the kind of statement win that doesn't whisper potential. It screams it. They didn't just beat Memphis, they obliterated them. A 51-point blowout that felt less like a playoff game and more like a live demolition. And somehow they did it without their superstar doing much of anything. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just 15 points on 13 shots. That's it. Because this wasn't about Shai taking over, it was about the depth, the balance, and a defensive unit that's playing with the kind of cohesion most teams dream about. Let's take a step back. As dominant as they looked, it felt a bit like everything went perfectly for them, like a perfect storm, where you almost expect George Clooney to show up with a raincoat. That doesn't take away from what OKC did, though. This team is real. They're built well, young, fearless, smart, and defensively tough. They have stars, solid role players, and a defense so strong it feels almost unfair. But even with all that, Let's not pretend Memphis is going to shoot 34% from the field every game. They won't miss 83% of their threes again, and they won't give up like this again. After all, professional pride exists. Jaren Jackson Jr. won't always look lost. Ja Morant won't play like a backup. And Desmond Bane, he won't be minus 51 again. Probably never. Instead of getting too excited, maybe we should just appreciate what that game was. A one-night masterpiece. A burst of energy. A look at what OKC can do when everything clicks. This is the NBA, not a superhero movie. Dominance doesn't always guarantee more wins. But let's not ignore that a sweep is still possible. If Memphis doesn't react with emotion and intensity, this series could be over before it begins. Oklahoma City plays fast, smart, they're well coached, and they don't look like a young team just trying to figure things out. Shea has stepped up as a leader, and the whole team follows his example with maturity that seems way ahead of their years. And while that's happening in the West, we might already be watching the best first-round series of the playoffs with Clippers versus Nuggets. And no, this isn't just a hot take. If you watched Game 1, you know exactly what we mean. The game had it all. Russell Westbrook gave us the full roller coaster. Highlights, chaos, emotion. Kawhi Leonard looked sharp and dangerous. And Nikola Jokic, just doing his thing in MVP mode. Overtime. Emotional swings. It was an event. The kind of game that sets the stage for something special. Yes, we're only one game in. But if both teams stay healthy and this energy keeps up, we're staring down the barrel of a 7-game classic. One of those series we talked about for years. So yeah, this isn't just playoff basketball. This is something bigger. Something is shifting. The 2025 NBA playoffs aren't just another chapter. They might be the beginning of a whole new story. After that disaster class of a performance, and that's putting it kindly, the Bucks might have been better off pulling a fan from the second row and handing them a jersey. Zero impact on offense. Missed every single shot. Defense all over the place. It looked like basketball fundamentals just vanished. And this isn't an isolated game. Since the trade from Washington, Kuzma's presence in Milwaukee has felt completely out of sync. The fit hasn't worked, the production's been flat, and the spark he was supposed to bring, nowhere to be found. At this point, keeping a banged-up Chris Middleton almost sounds like the smarter option. That deadline move was billed as a game-changer for Milwaukee. Instead, it's shaping up to be a turning point in the worst way. And in a postseason where legacies and futures are on the line every night, this flop of a trade, it could change everything for the Bucks. Who's built for this moment? And who just got exposed? The 2025 NBA playoffs are already delivering chaos, and we're only getting started. Dominance, collapse, comebacks. Every game is rewriting the script. So lock in. Subscribe for more no-fluff playoff breakdowns, reactions, and real talk all postseason long. And hit the comments. Which team's legit? Who's getting bounced early? And which performance shocked you the most? This isn't just another postseason. This is a power shift in real time.